Alright, test, test, test. Can you guys hear me? Audio sounds alright. Let me know. I always have to check Discord and Twitch and everything else. It's weird. Retweet this. Loud and clear. What's up, Bandana? What's up, Vital? EXCS23. Are you by chance Pixa? You guys are doing well. It's been a while. Let's hang out. I got at least an hour, maybe an hour and a half. We'll see. Little boy's taking a nap, and he wants to play Ninja Turtles when he wakes up, so that's gonna call. All good, yes sir. What's up, Pixa? You do the tweet. Okay, going live now. Oh, I think we almost got it automated to where we can get the Discord and stuff like that to do the alerts. Doppel had a bot going on it that it's not on a publicly viewable one, but it seemed to be working. All right, that's live. So starting off, this stream is intended to be used for educational purposes only. It's not intended to be used as financial advice. Majority of the stuff we're looking at is clearly security, shouldn't be traded. I agree with Gensler that Coinbase should be delisting everything. We shouldn't be looking at any of this. But anyway, we're just going to look at how colors look. And we're going to guess which way these colors are going to move. But definitely don't touch any of this stuff. You'd be an idiot to touch it. Bad vibes all around, right? So, now that that's out of the way, hope you guys are doing well. It's been a long time since a stream. I've changed careers. Not really. I just left a company that I've been with for 5 or 6 years, and this was my first week at the new job, and that was after we had 2 weeks off and spent a week with the family. Got a good vacation with them, albeit it was kind of stressful. It was all good and hot as hell. Been busy on a lot of stuff in the Discord. I've been a little quiet, haven't been posting as much because I've been working on trying to get like Discord bots working. I don't really understand JSON text yet or commands too well. Sorry to disappoint you, Dan Ushman. It's foreign to me, but I'm learning it and trying to get alerts going on. So we just got on-chain bots working in the Discord. That took a very, very long time to set up. Frankly, that took me probably close to 2 years. Of working with that developer just to make that deal happen. So shout out to the dude who knows who he is. Anyway, I'll touch up on that later if he minds being known who he is or not, but you could take a guess. Anyway, let me set up the chart on stuff. Some of my pivots and stuff have not held up. I've had them erased for some reason, one or the other. But I hope you guys are doing well. The old range is gone. Now we've been moving up. I'm gonna go to higher time frames. And if you're new here, definitely go check out rainbow-trends or rainbow-trends.com. Zutoshi 444. Speaking of that, Zoo, I think Huobi, however you say it, they just had 3 executives, I believe, arrested. Yes. That way, if Gensler ever because Gensler's about to, Bandana, to your point, because Gensler's going to go after crypto influencers, I would love to have evidence saying that, well, clearly, Your Honor, Runner was saying he agreed with the SEC, so I don't know why you're tripping. So we can only dream. Man, I don't like all these pivots on the 12. I'm just gonna delete them again. Wrong one. None of this stuff's financial advice, right? But they're suing everybody. Do your own research, figure out what works for you, and go nail it. You're not going to be able to replicate me. I'm not going to be able to replicate you. We got Pixa in here killing it with scalps that I would never personally touch, but I'm not going to tell him anything because it works for him, right? this is what I'm focused on, this channel thing here with crypto in general. And we could draw it a few different ways, but I think probably the best route is to just do off of here. I'm not so crazy about trend lines on this type of thing because it's kind of a broadening wedge. That'll tick off Doppel, so he may say it's an accumulation cylinder. It might be. But OBV's been trailing off, volume's been trailing off. We're at a higher high, and now we're kind of like dealing with like these order blocks up here. So this is the actual order block back from when we had the capitulation event. I'll just highlight that right there when it needs to be red. That's what we're interacting with right now. And we're not blowing through it, so I'm kind of just like waiting for it to print, and it's been super, super boring. Volatility is like damn near some of the lowest we've ever seen, so that's the order block right there. We're just sitting in it. So, yeah. As a citizen of Palau, I'm not too concerned, right? All right, let me zoom in. I hope that's better. Cool. We got 0 viewers on the YouTube, so shout out YouTubers. Everyone says I should do YouTube, but whatever. I got dual streaming now, and luckily my CPU is not fried. But anyway, this is the BART setup that we called a long time ago, and it has rolled over. It just hasn't capitulated. It's really bleeding. I was really thinking that this is going to be the magnet, this order block here, and it still might be. It's just, dude, I like the volatility numbers. They're bad. It's I swear the B bands are about to cross each other and go invert. They're just pinching so damn hard. So I think eventually the Band-Aid's gonna rip off. We've got top signals on H12 here, H4, H6, all called top here. RSI, there's a top here as well if you want to turn that part on the indicators. Right. Really want to look at this on like 6 hour. It's pretty clean too. So better. Yeah. So 4 hour is pretty damn in tune. If you guys want to zoom in, you can see the RSI prints were doing really good, and then we got the double confluence here top. So it was a little bit easier to trend and trade. And I forgot one thing on Twitter. Let me switch that up. So that's my thoughts on that. Waiting for this to break and do something. Particularly, I think, honestly, I think the move here is to see if it'll bounce off this kind of trend line. But the main thing I'm watching is like the S&P 500 currently. I know that sounds boring, but S&P is kind of peaking and Apple nuked. If you've been following in the Discord, and if you're not in the Discord, what on earth is wrong with you? Hop on, it's free. There's no paywalls. Rainbow Dash Trends has all the links and stuff. But the point is we've been watching Apple for like 100-something days, and it finally broke, and we lost our channel walk. And you have to remember how much of the S&P 500 is based off this Apple. Apple's such a big stock, and this actually broke. And it's not so volatile, so you're gonna have to adjust the gain on it a little bit. Yeah, it's too much. But if you didn't see, shout out to the dudes in the Discord. There were some guys who got in some option trades on this, and we hit the double pivot that was right here. On 4 hour, there's a double pivot at 185, I believe. Where was it? Yeah, it's that pivot right there. So we came back and we touched the all-time high, and or the previous all-time high, and we popped it and we hit it. So this was our magnet of the order block. This is where price is going to get delivered. They're going to come back to it. It's just whale game crap. I don't know why they do this type of stuff. It's just what they do over and over and over again. So long story short, this is a channel walker. If you're not familiar with these, this is something, I don't have an official term for it. It's just something we trade with Rainbow Theory, and I kind of made up a term because I could never figure it out, but the hit rate's phenomenal. So learn it. When you see channels like this that are this tight and this perfectly straight, whales are in complete control and they're sitting there bumping this along. They're not letting it pull up, they're not letting it pull down. And they held this for like 165 days until they came up on earnings. And then they missed on I thought they missed on earnings. It may be their... That doesn't look right. Either way, their after hours earnings reports were awful and price just tanked. So I know Underdog Charts in the Discord completely killed it. Oh shoot, yeah, I don't have the Discord link. Let me... Good point, guys. I can grab it real quick. Hold on. So anyway, that was pretty cool. It was full on getting to call it, because I'd been talking about this for like a month on Twitter, maybe 2 months. No likes, no visibility, no one cares. And then it just completely tanks on call. And shout out to Doppel for calling out the earnings time frame. He got that timing perfectly right. But the point is, Apple, the king of the S&P 500, she's free falling. And if you know anything about the type of things we talk about with channel walks, oftentimes these things retrace like 40, 60%. So, I mean, that's typically in crypto world. 40% would take us to that pivot. That would be ugly. So if this thing turns, it's really looking bad. It just is what it is. But we'll keep an eye on that one because the S&P is getting a little weird signals too, right? We got a top signal on the 12 hour. That's interesting. Did we get one on the 4? No. S&P is either going to keep pumping and we're going to go to all-time highs, or this thing is topping out. We will see. But we're not going to get FOMC, I think, until September. So it's going to see how long that takes and see what he does. But not looking good. I say it's not looking good. I mean, it's a mixed bunch. It's not an easy read. I don't want to go to that other chart because it's got all my markups on it, but we can. It's just all stuff. I want to look back at this on 4 hour. Anyway. Topped out. Had a miniature BART on ETH, and ETH is just going sideways. There's also been filings of ETFs for Ethereum, spot-based Ethereum. And I think there's also some leveraged ETFs as well coming. So keep an eye on that. It's super bullish. If we get the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF, that's going to be super bullish for Ethereum or Bitcoin. But these are trailing right behind it too, so we could get that as well. So we'll see. One thing before we hop off Bitcoin, I wanted to point this out. Shout out Blake, he caught this. How do you do the filter? Crypto. So right now there's a divergence on Bitcoin. On the BTC USD pair on Coinbase International. You'll notice price is $29,490. But you go to the Tether pair, Bitcoin is 29,100 or 29,074. I don't know why, but I've called in some favors to see if some people could look at it. I know the SEC and DOJ is talking about messing with Binance, potentially trying to take them down, but they're worried about a bank run. Maybe they are potentially looking at locking in their access to USD on-ramps or locking them out, and maybe there's a run on this. I didn't see it on Ethereum though. I didn't see a big diversion on Ethereum. So Ethereum is 1835 on the USD pair. Let's check it on the Tether pair. 1836. So for whatever reason, Bitcoin on the dollar pair has a divergence, and I have no idea why. Frankly, this is kind of concerning because this is some of the shenanigans we saw on Binance US, albeit on Binance US it was much crazier. It's odd, especially with the volume and how good the books are with Binance. I'd expect this to be arbitraged out, but it's not. So maybe we take a look at if they're a USD. Maybe they don't have a USD pair. We could try. We will. So USDC. We could do DC. Yeah, so it's gonna look weird because this is a stable coin. Someone blew that up. Wow. How high does that go? What? Someone 4x'd the DC pair. Gosh, if you could have sniped that, that'd have been awesome. It's international, Pixa. That's what's crazy. What's up, Lando? One of my best friends is named that. Yeah, I don't know. Now on Binance US, when they had the issue with the books getting locked in, they lost all the on-ramps for USD. Everything started diverging. Right now on Binance, it's just, or as far as I can tell, it's just BTC. Oops. And I don't know why. We try futures and see. Futures is 29,100 as well. So I don't know. Long story short, if you can't understand my read, something screwy is happening right now with Binance that's not normal. This isn't something you normally see. So you may be getting a read on this that something bad is happening at Binance. I know the DOJ has been talking about slamming them hard. If that's the case, maybe there's a potential issue where Binance is trying to get of their cash and they're going to Bitcoin. If they can get it into Bitcoin, DOJ can't really interfere with them as much. But if they're sitting on cash, that can cause an issue, right? So we'll see. I don't know. It's weird. It's really weird and it's concerning and it's held. Let me see if we can do BTC USDT. We can check the divergence here with an equation. So that doesn't. Well, let's check it on. That would show because we want the larger one on top. Actually, I want the inverse of this. BTUSDT divided by BTC-USD Binance inner. Yeah, there it is. So this is a relatively new thing. Let me turn off these bots because they can't. This is so low profile, you can't see it. The divergence is small. Just kill that too. Yeah, so this is a recent event. Now you can see how it did it here. Inverted classic head and shoulders right now. So this is Binance. This is Bitcoin divided by Bitcoin. One's the USDT pair being divided by the one that's diverging. So that's why you see this. So we want to zoom in and just kind of get an idea of what's going on. Because somebody's attacking the book. And something's not arbitraging it back up. This should be 1-to-1. This should be horizontal. Over time, like, you know, the price of Bitcoin on Kraken should be the same as Binance, should be the same on the USDT pair as the USDC pair, as the Tether, as the actual cash pair, and all that should be 1-to-1. That's how exchanges are supposed to work. Coordinates 1.0. Done. That seems stupid. There's 1.0 there. So this is something that's happened before. Why on earth would you not be able to arbitrage this? Regardless, this is a pretty big deal. Because if you were on Coinbase right now, you would just be buying it on USDT, selling it on USD, making your $500, going back, and then just looping this. And it's free money, technically. So, I don't know. Yeah, Vital. I didn't sniff it out. Is he actually talking about it right now? Do you know? This is really good. I wish he would talk to me. Let me see. Let's check his Twitter. Byzantine General. He's really good at checking the order books, getting out of bounds and out of whack. Coinbase beat their earnings. No, he's not really talking about it. So I don't know. Yeah. I'm going to keep an eye on it, though. I mean, you could see it's kind of leveling out, but if this thing keeps plunging, you could start seeing $30,000 Bitcoin on the USD pair on the Binance International, and, like, there's no reason for it. So I don't know. This is weird. We're going into the weekend, right? I don't know. I mean, it's Tether versus Cash. This is the USD like dollar. So I don't know. I mean, what do they have BTC in? They have BTC USD, futures, USDT, USDC. They have, well, let's check BUSD. BUSD is fine. I don't know the ZAR. Let me try DAI. DAI is the same. I don't know. I mean, I'm at a loss. Something's up. Something weird is up. That's all I can say. What it is, I don't know. But it's one of those things. Like, remember when like Luna started diverging, right? And then all of a sudden, all hell broke loose. We also saw divergences on the Binance US before stuff went down, and remember all the order book shenanigans we saw on FTX before all that went down. So go figure. Oh. On that note, let's take a look at some Zcash. Barry Silbert going to court, getting sued. DCG and all this other mess. Runnerbot. Channel walker off. Yeah, it's just fading out. It went side to side. Get the volume back. Oh, I do want to touch on this. So this is kind of cool. The bots on... Where's it? YGG. So if you didn't know, we just enabled on-chain bots for the Rainbow Trends Discord. So if you're in the Discord, you can watch the bots. They have their own dedicated channel where they sit there and put alerts when they detect stuff. And we just had this hit, and it was pretty cool. I wanted to show it. So YGG has pumped like 200% in the past day or so. It's gone. Gone. Right? But check this out. So these here are the on-chain bots that we had added to the Discord. So there's a bot that detects new listings on Binance, just Binance. And it listed saying, hey, we picked up in the books that Binance is adding a new token called on the YGG USDT pair. It's like, oh, that's cool. Boom. We get a price alert this morning. Hey, YGG just blew out and blew up 6%. Open interest is climbing. Volume's going nuts, etc. So I went back and placed this on the chart, and I thought it was really cool because we actually got the actual Rainbow Trend tools picked up that there was whale print clusters here. This is the official listing on Binance, and then this is the volume detection, and then it ended up blowing up like 200-300%. But what's really cool is like you can actually see whales insider trading. So before this exact moment, this is the fastest you can learn about it. These bots pick this stuff up, and boom, as soon as they detect it, it's listed in the Discord. Hey, this is coming on Binance, etc. These are insiders. So I thought it was kind of cool to see that insiders who knew that this was coming were pumping, accumulating as fast as they can before the Binance perp hit, or before the Binance listing hit. And that's all she wrote. Pumped. So I thought that was super cool because, you know, this stuff sounds awesome on paper. Oftentimes stuff that sounds awesome on paper doesn't flesh out. This did, and this thing freaking went 200%, 220%. So it's kind of cool. The bots, on-chain bots caught it here, so probably only 100% from there. But either way, it's something that we'll be learning how to trade based off on-chain data. So I'm really excited about that. Futures are off too. That's interesting, Pixa. I wonder where you can even buy this thing, because I don't have it's I'm not familiar with this token. It's not in Kraken US. Bybit, OKX, KuCoin, Poloniex, Femex has it. PancakeSwap. Try PancakeSwap. That I hope's not it. YGG. Let's try WEH. Let's see if we get it on SushiSwap. Yeah, you can get on SushiSwap, so you could have DEX traded this if you were landlocked out of that, because I don't think this is listed in the United States. If it is, I apologize. Gaming related? I'm sure you did with all those whale prints. YGG token. Yield Guild Games. So let's take a look at what Yield Guild Games is. YieldGuildGames.io. So these guys just pumped 200%. So there's probably your insiders, would be my guess. Introducing Super Quest. So I guess it's Super Quest for Axie Infinity. I don't know. I don't really do crypto gaming type of stuff. That is a super cool token, though. Check, they got the whole rainbow plays. Check out this. That's cool gradient. So maybe we got. I mean, what was it? Check AXS. What are the gaming tokens? Nothing. Anyway, it was cool. It's we just got the, like I said, man, I've been working with this developer for like 2 years, and I finally got an agreement for him to bite. So finally shook hands and got these things added. So it took a lot of time. Very, very good chunk of change as well that I paid out of pocket for. So please use them. They were not cheap. But SHIB is moving. There's a whale print cluster alert as well. Boom, 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 boom. Isn't that awesome? That is so awesome. We're looking at, I'm going to be working with Pixa on how to get these automated. So we can get webhooks in the Discord shooting out alerts like the on-chain bots do. So I got some of this stuff talking. It's just going to be real tedious because I'm going to have to set like 100 alerts. But I don't know why SHIB's pumping, but man, I would like a good SHIB pump day because we haven't seen those in a very long time. There you go. Yin to yang. Obviously, bottom entries here. Tag, gone. So this is the classic I call it yin yang. It's the bad with the good with the bad. SHIB, Binance related? Broad ecosystem hype? Leash scores, new exchange listing? Hit more news. I don't know. I really don't talk about SHIB much because this thing can melt people's faces off with its volatility, so maybe it's time for dog related tokens though. It was weird though, there was some news on Twitter that they were saying that Twitter is working on making Twitter into a financial tool. Whether that's crypto or stock trading related, not really sure. But then Elon commented back on it saying like, "Nah, I'm the CEO and I'm not aware of this." So I was like, "That's kind of weird. Why would people report that and then not do it?" But at the same time, they also came out and said that they're not going to create their own token. So people started pumping Doge, thinking obviously Twitter's going to be using Doge as the future of finance, which I think would be not a smart play, but they just killed the blue bird, so who knows? So we'll see. A few days ago, Launchpad. SHIB is a Launchpad thing? Yeah, okay. Not saying it's wrong, I don't like trading that thing. It's very unvolatile. Or very volatile. Also, Hamsters is dead. We had the future of finance for a good bit. It's been pumped. It's been dumped. Maybe it's accumulation. I don't know. Seems to be a floor here at 18 cents. That was so fun. If you're not familiar, this was the token that was related to the hamster racing on Twitch, which was awesome. Oh, I forgot to talk about this. Litecoin had its halving event, and just like all whale games, halving events are not bullish on the day of. It is normally a sell the news event. And lo and behold, there it is. We've been dumping ever since. We're doing really good. 113, 100. Now it's down 85. So let the dust settle. Let it figure out a floor if you really want to get back into Litecoin. But it's a good token. I just don't think it's going to go crazy. Like, it doesn't have any innovation or anything coming up to it. It's just like, hey, it's OG Litecoin, which is basically Bitcoin. So whatever. Not a lot of stuff's moving, man. It's a dead weekend. Bcash finally dying off from this ridiculous pump. I wanted to check XRPs if you're talking that type of tokens. Yeah, XRP's been falling as well. Great pump, great dump. This type of stuff, man, it hits so hard, it just has to bleed out. It's just how these things go. The problem is trying to figure out where these things stop. You try to short this stuff on the way up, it gets really, really hard, but by the time you start seeing colors rotate, you gotta be real careful here. As a 2 hour, 1 hour candles, straight to the moon. I don't see the... Yeah, there we go. Barely touched, almost touched the reversion bands on the machine learning side. So, good deal. Check Matic. Man, a lot of these alts are getting scared. Matic dying off. Near just shopping. Neo bleeding out. Yep. I wanted to check Netflix. And Netflix is still going hard. It's up 200%. Costco was the other one that was interesting. Yeah. So Costco broke this downtrend. We had different support here. We had a whale cluster print, gone. Then we started printing out tops and RSI tops. Now it's fading after getting into this little order block here. So we shall see. Apple's fallen though. Let's check Microsoft. That's awesome. We haven't looked at Microsoft in a long time, but we hit all of our targets. This order block here, this order block here. So we shall update that. So Microsoft may be topped out. They didn't blow through this. They did a swing failure pattern above the all-time high. I'm not a fan of that look. Maybe you could call it a retest. Man, that's kind of low to be a retest. Check Denso. Denso's still going. I still have that trade. Risk free. Anyway, anything else you guys want me to look at in particular? Oof, Nasdaq maybe topping. Nasdaq's almost to the top. Hit this pivot and kind of rotate it out. That's a lower high, lower low. 3 RSI tops and then an RSI top. There's an RSI top there, RSI top there, RSI top there. I'm not RSI, those are runner bot tops, my bad. Man, it is a seesaw moment here. They either break through and go for the all-time high, or this may be the actual pivot where they start coming back down. What's a Russell 200? Yeah. Semis? Coho, what are you talking about? Yeah. We got a top signal on the Russell as well. Oh. Maybe. I don't know. Check oil. Oil prices are screaming right now. Yep. We're back to 82. We're at the top of the range again. Need to set an alert here. If that's the case. Oxy may be about to start rolling. I don't have a nice bottom print, but we have that curve. I kind of like that. Let me check. I don't think that's the right ticker. I like that better. Setting alerts. Use the hell out of that tool. You could be lazy and get emails. Not have to watch all the charts. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. But we'll shoot you an email. Diesel's coming back up. $2.20. 33% on diesel from the bottom. So fuel prices are screaming. $30-year mortgage. If you didn't see that in the news, it's going up to. It's currently, I think, it's 7.2. This data's a little laggy. God, I hope that holds. I don't know about you. I don't want to entertain a 10% mortgage. I'll be living in this house I'm in now for the rest of my life. If you don't have a house, I don't know how the hell you would do it. I don't know. I mean, could you imagine having a house with a 20% mortgage? I don't know how you would do it, but that's not good. Like DXY. DXY is still chopping through this channel here, this order block. Yellen's gonna have fun with that one. See you, dude. Thanks, Pixa. Median sales price of existing. Median sale price of existing. Trying to find it. Was that not it? Average sale price of newly manufactured homes. Let's just try that. I don't like that. That's monthly? Ugh. I thought there was the median house. Median sales price of existing. Same one. You can do CPI median? That's cool. So that's the CPI. That's the inflation numbers. RSI top on the inflation numbers. You could actually do Rainbow Trends tools on like COVID stats and stuff. It's actually there's actual tickers for it. COVID vaccines. I don't know, if you want to TA pandemics, you can. Watch this account get permabanned again on Twitch. What up? Or YouTube. So shout out to the YouTube video watchers as well. Golden Dragon China Index. Let's go back to dailies. Yeah, top of that channel now. Tesla while we're at it. Yeah. In my opinion, Tesla's topped out. Personally. There's rainbow rotations on it, there's RSI tops, and then there's actual runnerbot tops, but it looks really similar to this print here. How these things top out, and then we have to wait for a bottom to print. I'll be at 4 hours, but I wouldn't bite on a 4-hour bottom on Tesla. I'd want is that turned off? Yeah. I want confluence, I want reversion bands if I'm gonna catch. This thing's way top. That makes more sense. Drive then fade, drive then fade. Anywho. If there's anything you guys want to ask, let me know. Or if there's something you guys want to check out, let me know. Otherwise, I may get out of here and go back to working on some other stuff in the house. Nope, I didn't. Wow. I haven't been watching the reversion bands on Coin, but that's really cool. The blue band is the machine learning. If you want to say AI, go ahead. That's real interesting. Make sure log is on. Yeah. Oops. That's cool. I know this is a little busy, but touching this blue thing, you need to sell. Or if you're not going to sell, you got to have a really, really good reason why you're not considering taking profit on that much paint. Crazy bottom signal. So if you to take the bottom to the top off the runner bot on the daily, you would have gotten 86%. Holy cow. What an easy trade. Oh yeah, and you got to watch. There's a whole bunch of bottoms here, so if we just called it in the middle of them, 70%, that's awesome. Yeah, it looks like it's going to pull out. The thing is, man, is Coinbase has got the ETF on its back, right? If BlackRock gets that spot ETF through the SEC approvals, Coinbase is going to get fees on that. So Coinbase is going to just print money. Also, you notice there's a double pivot right here. So it's touching this double pivot. That'd be a really good place to bounce. Now, whether it goes all-time high or if that's just bounce, then go down, I don't know. I can't tell you that, but something to keep an eye on. But yeah, it looks super blown out. You're right. 100%. Like, it's crazy. He's one of the few. Armstrong and them told they're fighting the SEC on the not listing securities thing, and Armstrong just flat out they replied. Their lawyers came back to the SEC and they said, "No, we're not complying. Let's go to court." And their argument with the courts is the you guys lack jurisdiction. Y'all are trying to enforce rules that you don't have authority to enforce. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. But anyway. Check Caterpillar, because I'm thinking mining. I'm going to have a talk with Wonderdog, what he was doing here with options, because that's fady. Apologize. Was it Riot? It's the one that, yeah. Damn. Riot's up how much? Jeez. Riot's up 500%. This is Riot Mining, correct? Lift? Yeah, sure. This is why reversion bands, they're kind of ugly, but they are hot. They're going to tell you where whales really can't hold it. Look at all those whale prints. Or not whale prints, rainbow rotations. 4 here, 4 here. Boom, boom. Yeah, I'm looking at this in hindsight, but if you learn the pattern recognitions, you'll learn to bite. And you can get your bite in with a very nice stop loss. You can protect yourself. But yeah, I would expect this to. It's probably at least going to come back into this mid-range chop. Would be my guess. I wouldn't long this, if that's what you're asking. Jeez. Dash is on a hell of a run. And the colors are rotating. Maybe we need to throw an option trade at lotto ticket at that. Swing failure pattern off the top of that top pivot. Now she's coming back down. She's probably going to mean revert back. Or she's going to sit there and go bounce, bounce, bounce and start chugging along. But whew, that'd be hard. Oh yeah, NVIDIA, I wanted to just check them. Same. I guess you could call that a channel walk down. Hindsighting it, but we did watch the trend line and then it just completely teleported and left. It's awesome to watch. We hit all those pivots. TP, TP, TP. And that's the key, the retest. When you break out of the channel, then you have a little show sign of strength, come back, kiss this, then go. But she hasn't seen. I'm gonna watch this just because it's starting to show blue candles. If it'll start fading down. I mean, I don't think this. Maybe the AI hype stuff never stops. Maybe I don't know. There's your same retest. AMD. I don't think is gonna do as well. Just because they're not so heavy into the AI. Albeit they're heavy into the PlayStations. AMD. Meta is in a channel walk. This is one we're actively watching. Shout out Doppel. This is the one he's real big on. This is an active channel walk in progress. I 100% agree with him on that. I'm going to kill rainbow rotations just because it's too noisy. And we'll just get rid of RSI tops for whatever. So yeah, eventually this thing's going to break. Their next earnings are in November, so if that's the case, maybe that's when we're going to get it. If you want to do the Apple play, the one we just got, that would be maybe my next guess, or just wait for the actual turn to happen. Typically for those type of channel walk trades, I'm trying to find the thickness, hold on. There it is. So typically for these type of channel walks, I'll draw this, right? Real close attention to the bottom one. And then typically what I'll do is you can just sit here and you can copy, you can clone it. And if you clone it, it'll give you the exact same angle as the one you base it off of. Give it a little hug room here. I'm going to do it higher in case it keeps going. Right? Put a little hug here room because these things occasionally will blip below it and then go back into the channel. Not all channel walks are perfect, right? But what this allows you to do is to give you a little buffer for your alert in case you forget about it, and then you can right click, add alert on trend line. Meta channel walk break. Want to short that. So now I have this line. So we can check that out. That is all-time high. Is 383. I want to put an alert there as well. Oof. It went from $383 to $87. %80 retrace. That is impressive. And they're all the way back up almost. I don't know why he's obsessed with VR, but it cost him a lot, so whatever. Jeez, PayPal's nuked as well. PayPal from the all-time high is 80%. So I mean, maybe if 80% retrace, PayPal bottomed out. Maybe this is we're getting close to an entry here. Gosh, how ugly is that? If you want to check Google as well. Nice. It's the dime bullseye. So dime did catch that one. That's awesome. This one, Dan Ishman's been talking about like crazy, and he's done very well on it. Palantir Tech. Bounce. Big bleed out. Finally going sideways accumulation, and Wellprint sending it out. Now she's cooking. I don't like betting on earnings, man. I always think it's just a coin toss, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm also going to be real. I really don't like PayPal as a product. I had them for Rainbow Trends for a while, and then they thought they treated me like I was selling terrorist weapons or something. Like, they were really going to test the algorithm for Twitch to ban me. But they like locked all my funds for a really long time, and they wouldn't work with me. So I was like, all right, we're killing everything off of that. I hope Apple does. Isn't Apple like 0% interest too on the credit card? I'm not a big Apple fan, but I have to buy Apple products for my wife, unfortunately. Baba's coming out of accumulation, maybe. Just keep going down the list. Neo is another one that looks pretty cool. Yeah. This Neo downtrend. Got your spring. Now she's working her way back up. Check out that triple pivot right there. 30 would be the magnet.
Thank you for the ice cream. Gang, gang, gang.
Thank you for the subscription.
Slay.
Chicken nugs, thank you. Anything you want to look at? I actually hit something on my keyboard and I was like, oh no. I triggered it. Do you want to check Disney? Oof. Oof. Man. I really think the woke stuff is eventually going to blow over one of these days. Because Disney got slammed on that. And some of their movies fell flat as well because people were like boycotting them. Disney's not going to go anywhere. Like, they've got Star Wars, they got all this cool stuff. Eventually it's going to die down. I want to draw this, but it's not super clean. How would we draw? Maybe that's it. I don't know. This may be a good time to, I mean, let's look at it from that perspective. There's your COVID dip. There is your retrace. 60%. So you got Amazon, or not Amazon, you got Meta retraced. Like 80 something. Disney's done 60. Man, that might be a good floor. I'm going to set an alert here. I'm going to set an alert. Add alert. Let it turn. Give me an entry here. Try to at least get to here. That's going to get me 40%. That's fine with me. Thank you for the appreciation of that. I had actually download specific software to get that audio and rip it off the video. Shout out to the Campi crew. Bags cracks me up, and he keeps delivering. I don't do anything with NFTs, but I dig the vibe that they have, needless to say. Target is the other one that I think is getting woked out. Albeit they kind of have the same thing, but man, this we were calling for this to pull back, right? We went past that target. So if this is a spring, this is your entry if it's a spring. But frankly, man, with all the thefts in the United States, a lot of these retail people have been like getting destroyed. Is what it is. We did that ADAS for the last try. He's the 5th, I think. I'm gonna mark right there. So I think crypto is so unvolatile right now. Looks like we've got really good entries on this stuff. We might as well spend the time. Like, check out this. Carvana's been nuts. Ping, 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 ping. Tag the pivot. Tell me pivots aren't real. Those colors are nuts, though. Just check the reversion bands real quick on that one. Yikes. It's way up there. The reversion bands are actually having to learn and pull even higher. That's cool. I need to check them out. I'm looking for another Toyota Tundra right now. And I'm very upset with what I'm finding. There's like one TRD Pro near me that's decent, but they want like 37,000 for it, and it's got way too many miles for that. Stock named AI. I'm assuming it's AI based. Oh yeah, let's check the semiconductor one. AMSC, American Superconductor Corporation, LK99. Pop pop. I don't want to touch this one, but it did hit that order block. I am excited about the superconductor news, but it also tends to bait Doppel, so that's fun. But this is so blown out. The trade's not there, in my opinion, unless they come out and start talking about they've replicated LK99 and plan to be doing it into pumping it into production. Carvana, Mara, Rivian. Wonder why Rivian. I noticed the Amazon trucks in my neighborhood are actually Rivian. All the electric Amazon trucks, I believe, are Rivian now. Yellow Corporation. Oh, isn't this the one that got bought out? So Monday they get earnings. Jeez. What a shit show. I don't like stuff that's that volatile just because it can get on the wrong side of it. It can just wipe you out, but I don't know. Bankruptcy and buyout. Speaking of bankruptcy, what is it now? Bed Bath. Is this it? Bed Bath? Because they're done. They're shutting down all of them, I thought. Yeah, it is. BBY. Yeah. Why on earth are you trading or buying? I mean, maybe you could short it, hell, but I don't know why this is still an active ticker if they're shutting down all the stores. Yeah, we can look at Oxy. I think we briefly looked at it earlier, but I like Oxy. OG Anadarko. Yeah, so it's in a distribution or a reaccumulation phase. Yeah, We got a bunch of old pivots that are relative, but it's a weird trip up while that indicator. I'd ignore that one because it's dead center of the mean reversion or the reversion bands. But it looks like it actually kissed that pivot at 59.60, so it may be doing another leg up here. And that's going to be your target. 72 to 76. Newmont Mining? Is that like OG mining or like Bitcoin mining? Gold. I was about to just go like, well, let's see if it exists before the Genesis block. Since this goes back to pre-2000, it's definitely not crypto. This is the one thing, like, out of all the Go Green initiatives and pushing back on stuff that produces carbon, like the gold industry, they burn a lot of diesel. So all these politicians that are barking about shutting down all this stuff and then, you know, shutting down farms in the name of ESG, but they're sitting there wearing like ounces of gold on their neck that took a lot of carbon. I'm not so big on that. But to your question, let's take a look at it on the daily. I think you've been here before if we've got markings on it. I don't remember this token. There's clearly a pivot order block here. Here. See these triple? And then there's a pivot here. So I want to draw that across. It's green. Yeah. So zoomed in, there's a double pivot right here that it just hit. Honestly, dude, that actually looks really nice. This is going to be those ones where you have to take a swing at it and put your stop loss, you know. Thanks for bringing that up. That actually looks really nice. Does that make sense? So you've got like an order, you got double pivots here, and then there's a third one here. So this is kind of an order block now as well. This one would be green or whatever color, but it's dipping back into liquidity and it may be going, and you've kind of got a downtrend-ish something along the lines, right? It's not perfect, but you get the idea. Maybe that's it. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, because tag-ish, tag. I actually really like that. I must have learned on that too. D10 dozer long. We're talking gold. Yeah. See the double pivot here? This is the other. That's a really good entry place. Like, not gonna lie. This is an erratic as hell chart, but you've seen the runnerbot tag this twice. There's pivots all along here. And you zoom in on it. It looks like it hit it and bounced. Especially if you look at the shoulders here. The body is right at $40.28. I had a big thesis Platinum was going to do really, really well because, but it looks like they're switching to EVs instead of switching to catalytic converters, unfortunately. But we can check that out real quick. SBSW. Is this it? Africa. I think this is still downtrending. You see the double order block here? Right there. See how I hit it and it bounced right off? That's not good. Yeah. I wouldn't, and I don't like playing with stuff that's in the dead center of the reversion band, so I would just watch this one, personally. Petrobras. I have a friend DMing me. He's watching the stream. I spent months of my life in the Petrobras oil fields in the Gulf of Mexico. 9,000 feet of water. You could throw a wrench over the side of the boat and it would take you almost half an hour to hit bottom. Sounds insane, but that's like the reality of it. I think it's like 15, 20 minutes, I think, to get to like 8,000 feet or something. It's crazy. Horizontal line. Let me draw this right. Man, I would think Magnet is going to pull it lower. Price, it's going to deliver price lower. Not to sound too much like Malifestro, but horizontal ray. It needs to be red. Sorter block's really that, but there is a pivot here that got rejected. So the bottom prints on the 4 hour are really good. Holy cow, these are really good. Now that I'm zoomed out and looking at it. So if we... Shit. Man, this is almost as good as the Tesla one. Tesla on H4, the runner bot is on fire. This thing... That was a kind of a bad bottom, but that one hit, that one hit, that one hit, that one hit, that one hit. And all the tops pretty much top, 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 top. To your question though, Secret Admirer who's tweeting me or messaging me in the DMs, not in the public chat, that's a top signal on the H4. These are weaker colors. So this is why I don't like this. Let me get the... Where's my drawing tool? You hit a pivot and you didn't even get through it. You rolled over colors and you got a top signal. That's bearish. You also have another advancement of price upwards to weaker colors and a lower high. So I don't like that either. So to me, this is rainbow rotation out and it'll come down. And you've got a triple pivot right here. Well, shoot, more than that. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 pivots in that block right there. I'm not going to draw all the horizontals, but we'll call it yellow. I'll do one on the top because I like you. There's a high probability you at least touch this, in my mind. But that's toppy. That's toppish. I wouldn't want to go. I wouldn't want to long that. Frankly, if this is something you want to long, wait for it to get above this and turn this resistance into support. So get above it. You get some closes that test that and then let it go. That's what you want to see. Because a lot of times the whales will bait you. They'll go, and then bail, right? And I say that, and then it's right here. That's what they do, right? This baited a lot of people, I'm sure. So you got to be careful with this. They did it twice. Look. This is a great example. Full strength, full send, higher high. People see a higher high, they long, and it nukes. Same thing here. Higher high than this. Everyone gets long, nuke. You got to be real careful with that. That's the read. You don't just want to print the higher high. You want to have follow through. You want to see them get above it and start having these top pivots show support and then go. Not just wick through it and call it a day. That trips up a lot of traders. And it's just whale wars. Like it's whales trying to bait you. So. Yeah, H4 Petrobras. Wow. And there's kind of a broadening wedge here too. You can read as it came into it. But anyway, there's Petrobras for you. I do want to check Roku. I hope that answered your question on Petrobras, my friend. I did want to show you this. Actually, go back. Check the OBV too. The OBV is showing you bearish divergence. It's heading downwards. So, watch that. This is split volume with OBV on the back end, merged all to the right. It's a little messy, but it's better than doing two panes. So I kind of do that way. Not two chains, two panes. Coinbase, Baba. I'm hearing nothing but Airbnb heartaches. People complaining that they can't use their rental, or their rental homes are not being used at all. What just happened? There you go. I lost my bottom pane. Hold on. You can see a divergence here too on the anchored OBV. You see how this is flat, but the OBV is going up. That's an OBV divergence saying it's bullish. Take a look at Boeing. Here's really slowing down. I maybe need to check the frame rates on the YouTube channel. For the YouTube viewers, is it clean and not laggy? The voice sound okay? Let's see. It's so close to the top of this range here. I don't want to mess with it, honestly. There's just stuff I want to wait for. We'll call it that. So not try to force the trade, you know? Good Lord, Uber's killing it. Uber's looking like a AI stock. Real busy with the pivots, but we can switch it to daily. The only thing about the dailies, you don't normally get the bottom signals on the runner bot, just the way the math works on that one. It's a cool fade though. There you go. There's your pivot and a top signal. So yeah. Uber. Intel. Ooh. I don't remember when we drew that line. It was a good line. I actually like this. And you can see the OBV flip to the bullish side as well. You see these big long chunks where the OBV's in the bearish region, and then you see it switch, flip it, and hold it. I really like that read. This looks a lot like we found a bottom here. It's 30.24, and it's already 30. I mean, it's pumped a lot, but see, she's pumped 45% already, but she came down 64. And if we go back to all-time high, she's gonna hit 100% trade. I kind of like that one, because you can see this is a clear bottom. This pivot held, right? And then you have a lower high, and she's running. So maybe this is a DCA-er. I actually really like that. Not gonna lie. Intel. Ford. Ford, if you're listening, please release a Bronco with a V8. I don't want a turbo EcoBoost in one. Don't tell me it won't fit. If not, just put the V6 300 horsepower Mustang engine in it. I'd be happy as a clam. So this is typical. You're in a range with Rainbow Trends algos firing off, right? You're gonna get your top pivots, your bottom pivots, and we topped out on the H4, and now it's time to come back. So middle of the range, wait for it to print something. It may stop in the middle and go back up, but typically, right now you can tell the magnet is $11. So we're looking for an entry here. So I'm gonna set an alert here to get ready for and if we got an entry on that, I mean, this is just boom, 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 boom. 40% range. So that's not bad. Unity software, LCD, MicroStrategies. We need to definitely check that. Oh, MicroStrategies topped out. If we're lucky, that holds at 360. But you never know with Sailor. That dude's almost to the point of pulling the copper out of the wiring out of their buildings, scrapping it, and then buying more Bitcoin. JP Morgan. Yeah. It's a nice bottom print. We originally thought we were going to come back down, but that's not the case. It held on that order block right there. Robinhood topped out. Bottom prints are a little iffy, but tops are really good. Maybe we can get the Robinhood Degens to come back. Let's go. Is IBM an unrecognized AI play? They've been horizontal for damn long time. Sideways since COVID. Anyway, we're coming up on 2 hours. I'm gonna hop off, guys. I appreciate everyone who stopped by. I will talk to you guys later. Check us out at rainbow-trends.com. Make sure you hop in the Discord. We got a lot of cool stuff we just added to the Discord, but I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks, bud.